So now you want proof that leveraging your knowledge and packaging it into some sort of digital information product can help you make more money, significant more money. I don't blame you for asking for proof. That's why we're going to use my little fancy digital product revenue calculator, and I'm going to show you what this could look like. Now, the first thing though is you have to believe that you're smart enough to create, let's say, a checklist of something for free. And let's use an example of maybe you focus on helping women with fibromyalgia. So, do you think you're smart enough to create a checklist of maybe the most common inflammatory foods to avoid and the best anti-inflammatory foods to include in their diet? So, I think you're smart enough to do that. And then, do you think you could create an ebook that maybe talked about the acupressure points that are great for reducing pain? I think you could do that. And then how about a small little video course that actually shows the acupuncture points and how to stimulate them? And maybe even some other types of methods to stimulate acupuncture points that they can do at home to help reduce pain for fibromyalgia. So those are three things that I think that you could do and would be unique to your area of expertise. So let's say you could do those, and we're going to put a little price tag on them, and I'm going to show you right here in this calculator. Let's see how much money you could make and add to your practice income. All right, here's my digital product revenue calculator, and I think this will help give you an idea of what this can look like for adding income to your practice. So I talked about an example of your area of expertise being in treating fibromyalgia. You might have a checklist of foods that are inflammatory and foods that are anti-inflammatory. So that would be something for free that anyone who is experiencing muscle aches and pains could download that for free. And then you might have an ebook where you've put together more details and showed some acupuncture points that are great for pain for different parts of the body. So we'll charge less than $10 for that. We'll say $7. And then you have turned basically that ebook into a course where you have video instruction where you're actually showing where the points are. And maybe you even have included something like phototherapy patches or ear seeds or something else where you're showing how you can stimulate the points in addition to acupressure, because sometimes people with fibromyalgia don't want to have to press on themselves. So phototherapy patches are actually a great way to stimulate points. But let's just say you have that video course recorded, maybe it's 3 to 5 videos, and you're charging less than $200. So in this case, I just put $199. So let's just take this a step at a time. So the first thing is we're not spending any money, right? We're not going to spend money on ads. We're just starting out here. We want to see what's going to happen. Well, we have to give ourselves a starting point of how many people are landing on your website a day and a month. So I think that you could probably get 10 people to your website a day. That's 300 a month. And you could check your website stats right now and find out how many are landing or visiting your website every month. We'll just start with something very low, very reasonable. That's 10, less than 10 a day. And then conversion rate. So how many people out of those 300 are going to actually see this checklist of inflammatory and anti-inflammatory foods? Well, a lot of people are in pain for all different kinds of reasons. So let's just say two out of 10. We'll do 20%. Will actually opt in to receive that checklist. So then we have, out of 300 people a month, we're going to have 60 people who actually opt in and receive that checklist. Now, to those 60 people, we're going to show them that you also have this ebook that is very good for acupressure points for pain. So for this one, we're saying this is $7. And the conversion rate on this, we're going to say maybe also 2 out of 10. Get that? It's a very low price, and they want to know, they're already interested in acupuncture. So 60 out of those 60 people, 12 are going to purchase. And then for product number 2, we're going to say, again, that's $199. And we're going to say, well, that's more expensive than $7. So probably maybe 1 out of 10 will purchase that. So these are very, very reasonable numbers. These are not outrageous numbers. So let's just take a look at this column here and see what we got. So given these numbers, we can see that your revenue, what you earn from product number 1, the $7 product, is $84. And then what you earn from product number 2 is, based on these numbers, is $239. And so your profit per month is $323 and profit per year is $3,874. Okay. So that's interesting, right? That's interesting. And I'll come to this in just a minute. These are the email subscribers that you have. But let's just take 300 of this 323. So you're getting that a month. And let's just go ahead and buy some Facebook ads. Right now, we're going to target people. We're going to target people. And I think that with Facebook ads, we can target, at least 1,000. You probably get 1,500 a month. And since they're targeted, you're going to probably have an even higher opt-in rate. Now, just to, again, keep this very reasonable, I'm just going to keep it at 20%. Let's just say 20%. But honestly, if you have targeted people, you're going to get a much higher opt-in rate. But again, we're just going to keep this very doable. So I don't want to use inflated numbers to make you feel like, oh no, that I could never do that, because you absolutely can. And then we'll still say that 20% of the people are going to get the ebook. And we're still going to say that 10% of the people are going to go ahead and buy. Again, if these are targeted people, all of these numbers would go up a little bit. So now let's look at our numbers. Now you are earning, now you have an expense, so we need to subtract that out. But initially you're getting $280 now from the $7 product and $796 from the second product. And you're getting a total revenue per month of over $1,000, but we need to subtract out the $300 a month that we're spending. So that's $776 a month and $9,312 per year. Awesome. Now, like I said, these numbers would definitely be a little bit higher. So let me just give you what these would look like. What I want you to see is this, if this is a little bit higher here, let's just bump it up to 25%. And we're going to have this a little bit higher too, because again, these are targeted people that are in pain and have fibromyalgia. And we'll just keep this at 10 since it's a little bit higher price point. Now let's take a look at these numbers. When we just do a little bit of improving on our landing page so that we improve conversions, and we've also improved the type of people that are landing on that page. So they're much more interested in finding a solution. And we'll still keep this at 10% just because it's a little bit higher ticket item. Now let's look at just improving those statistics, those conversion rates just a little bit, just talking 5% here. Now you're earning over $1,300 of profit a month and over $16,000 a year. These are very, very reasonable and low numbers, but here is what I want to show you that actually is even, to me, even more exciting. When we look down here, these are your new email subscribers. So you're getting a total of 250 new email subscribers every month. Now, 56 of them purchased the first product. 6 of them have purchased the second product. So you have 187 people who still have not purchased everything that you have to offer right here. That means that you can come back through your email sequence and you can offer them both of your products up here. And if they still say no to that, then you have other affiliated products that you can promote to them, or maybe there's some from Amazon that you can promote to them. So you still have an email list of people who have raised their hand and said, you know what, I've got pain and I really want to know what anti-inflammatory and inflammatory foods are. And I'm interested in you helping me. We know that much about them. And so now you know the types of emails that you can send that promote either your own products or other people's products. And so you have much, much higher earning potential. The last thing I want to say is because you have this much profit per month, we could definitely increase this budget up here from 300. We could double it over to, let's say, 600. And this would certainly increase, let's say, 2,500. The amount of traffic that's going to land on that page, and we'll keep this at 25%. We'll keep this at $7. We'll keep this at 25%. We'll keep this at $199, and we'll still keep this at 10%. But again, my expectation would be that these numbers would go up. And now what we're looking at is $3,000 in profit a month and $43,000 a year. Can you see this is just from 2 actual products that you're selling and 1 free one, a checklist, an ebook, and a course. These are very low numbers. A lot of times people will create a video course that's, $400 or $500 or even $2,000. And you could add that in. You could create a third product. But I want you to just see the power of 2 very low, very reasonable, and super helpful products that can help your patients and add income. And these things, remember, are on sale 24/7. using your website or some other online software so that anybody in the world can purchase these things. So you're not limited to your local people. This can be accessed by anyone who has an internet connection. All right, now that you've seen the math, what do you think? Do you think that you could start adding online revenue streams to your practice? I know you can. If you want to learn how I teach people to do it and the step-by-step method, go ahead and leave a comment or go ahead and reach out to me, and I'd be happy to get you started in my Add Online Income course. Thank you. Until then, I'll see you in the next video.